Yes, last week, along with Mr. Ronald and Mr. Barry, I was able to attend a library project update meeting. And at that meeting, we've pretty much really started to narrow in on the contract and contract language and really on an operating management type agreement with the Library Board of Trustees. And going forward, if the expansion project is voted in. The contract we're really more or less utilizing is the template is the so-called Long Meadow contract, which is a 99-year lease of the land to the town. And right now, where it stands is whatever the final tweaks, if you will, to the contract language is going to be presented to the Board of Trustees. Once they've had their 2 cents incorporated, then it'll be brought to the Board of Selectmen so that we can incorporate our 2 cents worth into that contract language. And that sounds like it's going to happen in fairly short order, literally within the next few weeks or so. Also on the to-do list is to really kind of review and rehash some of the costs, not only the actual capital costs, if you will, for the project itself, but also to revisit what the annual operating costs would be so that we can have a more up-to-date figure for that. Once again, so that we can present the information to the town meeting and to the citizens so that everyone has all the information at hand, so when we do actually take a vote on it, everyone's literally reading off the same sheet of music. But another thing that's in there that I thought should help clarify is not only identifying the expenses, but also who's responsible for what expenses. And once again, I think this will put a finer point on what's going to happen with that project if and when it does pass. So look forward to a lot of movement over the next few weeks in the library project as we start to get closer and closer towards that. The other thing I have is, well, I guess technically not a Belchertown person, but certainly a local hero. Joshua Bouchard, who is from the Amherst area and has extensive family in the Granby area. He's a soldier who was injured in Afghanistan, actually. He'd done a couple tours in Iraq, and he was actually injured back in July in a roadside explosion, which he lost his leg, suffered severe back injury, and broke his right arm. And currently, right now, Mr. Bouchard is rehabbing in a Richmond, Virginia facility. And it's obviously putting some financial strains on his family, in which obviously trying to be there. As a result, the Northampton Veterans of Foreign Wars on October 9th is going to be having a fundraising dinner. It's going to cost $15, as I said, on October 9th. It'll be held from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and it's going to be kind of a barbecue theme, if you will. Barbecue pork, ribs, barbecue chicken, so on and so forth. And certainly $15 could not go to a better cause to support one of our local heroes. So definitely consider that.
Thank you. As Ron mentioned, we had the town/library contract meeting. We are very close to having that contract put to bed. It's going to work to the library trustees at their next meeting, which is Tuesday the 15th. Now, with any kind of luck, they will have minor changes, if anything, and then it will come to us for our review. And then if we have whatever changes we need, then it can go to a lawyer. So by the end of September, we should have a solid framework of how we would take ownership of the building, how the expenses that are currently divided between the trustees and the town would remain divided, what the sources of income would be, and where it all goes. Written down very clearly. I think it would answer a lot of the questions that people have, like, well, why can't they just pay for it themselves for now? They must have a ton of money somewhere. And I think what we'll find very interesting is to have any more money hidden away than anybody else has money hidden away nowadays.